Okay, so now I'm recording. Okay, so if you can't do it on your laptop, or you don't have a laptop or a desktop, if you are writing down your hundreds list and you're starring the people, you can actually go in individually to that person, and you can click on, let me see real quick, I can find somebody and show you. Okay, so Liz, for example, oh, Mandy Kinnenberg, I don't know how to say that right, just Cam. Okay, so you can, you can go to that person and you can hit following, okay, and then you can actually unfollow, default, or you can see first. So you can do it from your mobile device, it's just gonna take a little bit longer.
That you can individually add people, like, not like.
Yeah, this would save you time. Like,
right,
yeah, on the laptop or computer, it saves you time. Yeah.
You said you can only do 30?
Yeah, 30. Mm-hmm.
It stops after.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's actually been really refreshing to see like new things in my feed, and I've been able to interact more, and
I mean, you could probably go through and do this like every 30 days or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Or like I said, if you see things in your feed that you don't particularly care for, just unfollow and find somebody new to follow.
Navigation is easy. I'm sorry, this is pocket. You had a girl.
Aw.
Isn't that cute? Because I'm all about that face.
So there's like, I'll look at someone here. What if, like, as an adult, do they have adult size?
I know.
Okay.
You can do it on your phone. You can go to, click on that little thingy.
Okay.
And you go to settings, and then newsfeed preferences.
Okay.
And then you can see first what you see first.
Okay, will you tell everybody here?
Yes.
Oh, awesome.
So if you're here, can they see me? I don't know where I'm. Can they see the phone?
Here's the camera.
Okay. Oh, there it is. You see my phone? So when you click on the little 3 lines, the little burger menu down here, click that. Yeah, that's what they call it in tech. And then click settings. And then you say, I can't see that. Newsfeed preferences. Click right there. And then you can go ahead and edit the prioritize who to see right there. And you can do the same thing. And then you can pick your folks that you wanted to see right there.
Perfect. Thank you. I need to grab some water.
I have a question. Does that work with Android phones?
What do you have? Is your phone an iPhone or an Android?
It's an Android stylo, LG stylo.
It won't let me. My laptop is down.
See, it must be. You know what? So I'm wondering if I didn't upload or update my Facebook app.
You can do it from Android as well. You just go to like the 3 little bars and then scroll all the way down to newsfeed preferences, and it does it the same way on Android.
Awesome. See, we're all learning together.
Where do you see the 3 little bars at? I am not seeing that.
So go into your app. And let me go back. So at the top, how it's got like the little window and then like the play button for the live videos, then the marketplace, and then your notifications, and then the 3 bars at the top of the screen.
Sonia, I have an Android too, so I'll show you mine. So if you click on like your news feed, like this button right here, and then you go over to lines over here.
Okay.
Okay, and then you go all the way to the bottom. You can see newsfeed preferences.
Got it. Thank you.
Problem.
Taking some people off.
Right here. I don't know with the white handle and everything else. I don't notice that. It's a little show. Yeah. It was something like that. Yeah. But,
Nancy. She asked me to meet up with her when she comes back to Vegas. She works for the police department, like the 9/11.
Mhm.
She's a supervisor. And when that whole Pulse thing went down, she's been a mess. And then something else happened right after that, so she's just been having. But she wants to meet up, so hopefully she's coming back.
Okay, so something else that I wanted to touch on here when we're is he sniffing you? So when you're choosing things to see first in your news feed, and you're prioritizing that, like that's something that you're interested in. So most people that are going to comment and like on those posts are going to be like-minded people to you. So if you find something like a video or a post or something that really speaks to you, you can actually save that post and, you know, kind of work off that post a little bit and go in and interact with the people that have commented. And, you know, when it comes to friend requesting people, you know, interact with them, and you can go to their profile and see if it's somebody that, you know, you would like to have a relationship with. And if we're going to build on social media, we want people in our business who are on social media. So you can check their activity log, you know, and see how often they post. You can check their profile pictures and see, you know, how many likes they get on their pictures, their friends, how many friends they have on their Facebook. So you can kind of like, you're kind of pre-qualifying people a little bit to be a part of your circle. So that's kind of, you know, there was a video that came through about a mom who every morning she would give her daughter positive affirmations while she brushed her hair in the mirror in the morning. And I just thought that was really cool because I like to speak life into my kids and try to ingrain that into their brains now. And so I'm like, I really like this post. So I saved it and I've been able to interact with some of the moms and stuff. Of course, there's some nasty people on there too, but, you know, we just skip right over them.
I liked that at the conference when they said that we can pick and choose who, you know, instead of just like, you know, when I look at these lists and I think about how long ago I wrote them, like all I was doing was going through my whole friends list. Some of these people I wouldn't want. And that sounds terrible, but you know, because maybe they need it, but it's like, it's really true. We can pick and choose.
Yeah. And you know what? I feel like it's quality over quantity. Definitely. Because I've been kind of the same way. Some of the people that I've had in there, like, I really want to help people, but sometimes people just don't want to be helped.
Want the help,
you know?
That's right.
Okay, so when we're talking about networking, there is a One Team, One Mission coming up on March 4th. And since we're local, we should be really trying to get people there. So, Sierra, was it you and I that were messaging and you said, do I have to get guest tickets? Yeah. So her and I were messaging and she asked if she should get guest tickets. And I said, well, why don't you go ahead and reserve a couple and then kind of create an urgency to try to get people to fill those tickets. So, unfortunately, Matt and I won't be able to go to the One Team, One Mission because it's opening day of baseball and we have 2 kids in baseball. So we have 2 games that day at the same exact time the One Team, One Mission is. But if you want to challenge yourself to get a couple of
Were
guest
you
tickets,
able to do that without putting names on them?
just put your own name.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, by the time I went to go look at them, it's already said sold out
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
on the guest ones. But in the description, it says if you bring people there, they're not going to turn them
Right.
away.
Okay.
So, but the tickets on the free tickets, it says sold out.
Okay. Okay, so it's sold out here, but you guys that aren't local to us, check the event calendar for a One Team, One Mission. And what we've done in the past, I know what I've done is I've taken my Blitz card and I've created an invitation on my label and I stuck it on my Blitz card. So I would go Blitz around the venue, you know, where we were going to have the event and say, hey, there's an event that's going to be at the Wyndham. Here's an invitation for it. And so I would just give them the Blitz card and I would have people come to it. So that's another way to network, get those Blitz cards out into the marketplace. How do you guys feel about that? Who's planning on going to it? A lot of you. Cool.
Yeah, I already have my ticket.
You have to work, right? Yeah. So, and then also,
Mike Patillo will be there.
yeah, Mike Patillo will be there. So how do you guys feel about everybody that's on the Zoom right now? You know, searching for.
Can you show real quick, Matt? I forget how to do it. I was doing it the other day. How to, when you first friend somebody, how to get their, profile in the newsfeed first before you have it.
That's what we just went over.
But on the mobile phone?
Uh-huh.
Did you get that?
You know what? These two are talking. Do I need to separate you two?
You telling me about this book?
You got all that, right? Okay, see, I got it because she got it. That's why I was like, I got it because I think she has it.
All right, that's too funny.
So what, we're going to burn our ears or something?
Oh, good Lord.
Okay. So, let me see here. Another thing that's coming up is Melissa Martin is doing an opportunity Zoom on Thursday night. And it's a really great way for us to invite a guest to listen. And she said the only way that you're going to get the link is if you have a confirmed guest. So if that's something that you guys want to work on right now is when you're going through your See First and you're choosing your 30 people, messaging those 30 people and saying something like, hey, I don't know if you've been watching my posts or seeing my posts, but I think you'd be really good at this. You know, would you be interested in joining us on an opportunity Zoom on Thursday night? Just see what they say.
I saw her do that. I don't remember what.
Corinne, do you know what time that is by chance?
I think
Yeah, and with her.
9:30 Eastern at least. That's what Facebook's event says. So
Okay, thank you.
yes.
it's too late for us old people.
Yeah. Yes, that's why you did that way. Yep. Okay, so some kind of things that you can focus on is inviting people to those One Team, One Missions through blitzing, getting out there. And remember, we're doing things now that others won't, so later we can do things that others can't do. So if that means doing things we don't want to do, because sometimes I'll schedule something and the day will come to do it and I don't want to do it, but it's like, you know what? I just need to do it. So Yes, so definitely those 30 See First people you would want in your business, inviting them to the opportunity on Thursday with Melissa.
What's,
Melissa Martin.
I think she has that on the TWA.
Yeah, it's both on
It's
TWA
on both,
and I
okay.
Am a 10. Yep. Okay, and then another thing I wanted to touch on is we're allowed to have 5,000 friends on our Facebook. And so be picky about who you're adding to your Facebook. You know, find people that are relatable to you. If you're a college student, you know, find people who are college students. If you're a young professional, if you're a mother, if you're a grandmother, find people that you can have genuine interactions with and friend request them.
I have a question.
Okay.
So is that where you do the groups
Okay.
on Facebook to
we're-
try and meet people?
Yep, that is what we're going to get to right next.
Okay.
And this is going to be like the fun part, because what I love about this business is that we can be us and we can integrate it into our life, the things that we enjoy, the things that we're dealing with, you know, all that kind of stuff. So we do get to be genuine with people. And with social media, I mean, there's people in all different walks of life, and there's groups that address all different walks of life. So I feel like this is moving right along here. It's 8 o'clock, so we're doing good on our time. Okay, so I am. I'm going to separate
We
you.
are going to have to separate them. They're distracting.
We're talking.
We're talking
We're talking.
You guys need to go to lunch. Okay, so so let's talk about groups now, because groups are a really good way to network and meet with people. So let me see, where do I want to start with this? Okay, so let's kind of go around in here and tell me like something. Well, I'll give you a few examples of things that I'm involved in. Okay, so I'm a mom of boys because I only have boys. So I'm in a group called Mom of Boys. I like, Matt and I are very, like, we're crafty. We like to build stuff. We're do-it-yourself kind of people. So I'm in some do-it-yourself kind of groups. Let me see what else. I've recently added myself to some vegan groups because, you know, we're attempting that and we're starving. Let me see what else. What else am I part of here?
I just read an article.
And we're starving.
I've been eating a lot of boiled peanuts.
Yeah. I'm going to go on that diet.
Oh, have you?
I
Okay.
love chicken now.
Yeah, I love cheese. I love cheese.
Oh.
Confession time. Okay, so
What is that?
Everyone's
Everyone's
depriving them of their cheese.
we've actually cut their cheese back some, so a lot. Let me see what other kind of groups. Okay. Okay, so those are kind of some things that I've been able to interact in. So today I posted a picture on the Mom of Boys page of, it's my cover photo, so it has my 3 baseball players, and I posted in there, like, is there any other baseball families in here? Post a picture of your sons below or whatever. And so now I'm getting interaction there with all these people, and I can go in and I can comment and build relationships, and my goal is to get them on my page. And most likely, like, I've built that rapport with them, they'll accept. One thing I do want to say about that, though, is you know, we're supposed to post about It Works on our page, but when you're doing something like this, and this is what I've heard, if you post your It Works post, change the privacy to friends so that when somebody's scoping you out, they don't automatically feel like, oh, she's just trying to sell to me. Does that make sense? Yeah, so then you can get them on their page. And then I personally like to post mostly lifestyle stuff so that I'm not super addy on my page.
Is there a way to, like, well, I don't know how Facebook would know it was an It Works post. Because, like, individually, every single post you post, you have to change the, okay.
Yep.
It's funny because they're hard to make it public so that other people see it. Because mine is private, like everything is with my friends only. And so if I post something, It Works, but it's really like
lifestyle, but I throw my It Works stuff in there, and then I'll put it public. You know, just to,
you really can do it either way. You
Things
really
have just
can.
changed a lot with the bad distributors, I think, giving it a bad name.
Right.
Because it used to be awesome, but now I like, even me, like if someone adds me, I'm like, okay, what network marketing are you with? You know?
Yeah.
But maybe that's
right. Did you hear?
Okay.
Yeah.
But one thing I will say is if you're posting like a transformation picture or something, because I got 2 loyal customers from people, and this goes for people that are like sharing other people's transformations, because I've lost 50 pounds, and so my transformation was shared like by 10 people, but they tagged me in it. So all these people were messaging me when they're like everyone else's potentials, but they were messaging me because I'm the girl in the picture. So you have to be careful when you're sharing stuff like that. But I did find 2 loyal customers, and they messaged me, and we had no mutual friends, like no one, they didn't even live in this state. Nothing. They found me on a hashtag. And she even said that. And I was like, what in the world? And she ordered the system, and then she sent her best friend to me who ordered the system also. Yeah, well, I don't know. She's like, oh, do you help people lose weight? I saw your transformation on a hashtag. And I was like, oh. And because I always check like mutual friends to make sure that I'm not like taking someone else's potential. And so, and we had no mutual friends, nothing in common. I don't even know the woman. And now she's supposedly next week becoming a distributor because she's lost like 15 pounds on our product.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Cool.
So,
is that the message you got on the way here? You said just random.
That was a different girl, but yeah, she was like, yeah, she's like obsessed with the system. She's like lost 15 pounds in a couple of weeks. She's doing really good.
I struggle with the posting because for me, I don't want my page to be adsy like that. Like I don't want to post a whole lot of before and after, especially when it's not people that I know personally, like to have those results. And I think because I'm still in the process of like building and finding loyal customers, like getting my own personal people with results is a little difficult. So I'm struggling with that right now.
Well, I think lifestyle posts might be the best for you anyway. Just you using the products. Like, you know, if you're selling wraps and posting that, you're able to put gas in your car from Wrap Cash and things like that. So just really like making it who you are as opposed to an ad, because nobody wants to see ads anyway, you know?
So the thing is with that too is like I'm in the process of building that piece of it too. So being able to post like multiple times a day with that is a little bit challenging, but I try to like now because I haven't been posting a lot anyway, like with my family or anything like that. So I'm trying to get into the habit of doing that more often, like posting things about my family, like the activities that my kids are in and stuff like that. So and trying to just engage more with people on social media.
Yep. And that's what it is too, engagement, like posting things that ask a question because people like to talk about themselves. So if you're asking them a question, they can interact with you, and Facebook will recognize that interaction, and then you'll be able to you know, throw something in here and there with your posts about It Works. So we were going to go around and talk about an interest. What is something that would be you?
I'm in, because I have arthritis, I'm in a couple of arthritis groups. Good Lord, let me tell you how depressing this is.
That was like this gastric bypass one.
Oh,
okay.
My
gosh. How about, let's talk about something you enjoy then.
Well, I mean, I thought I could help these people. I told Liz, I got to turn off my yellow because it just gets me too deep helping people. Then I'm not on, I don't have a page. I need to find groups because I don't.
So what's your hobby?
Complaining. Like, okay, remove myself from that page.
I don't.
Grandmother?
Yeah.
That's something you enjoy?
And I am in a grandmother group, but it's not very active. So I need to search that one out some more.
That's cute. A grandmother group.
Well, I started one and I didn't keep up with it. So.
Okay, so
I need to pick it back up again.
Okay, so Mary
Mary
Kay? Do you go by Mary or Mary Kay?
Huh?
Okay, so for example, she said that she likes to crochet. So she could find a group of women who crochet and join that group. And then, okay, thank you. So join that group. and introduce yourself. And a really good way to introduce yourself to get interaction would be, you know, I'm so-and-so. I really love to crochet. I was curious what your favorite way of finding patterns would be. Do you prefer books? Well, I thought of it earlier today. YouTube videos, like just think of a couple different things where people would have to answer. I prefer learning from a book. I prefer learning from a YouTube video, and then you can interact and say, well, what's your favorite YouTube video you found, or what book do you recommend, or things like that. So now you're able to interact with them. I have a girlfriend that does signs. She made these signs. So, you know, she could join a do-it-yourself kind of group and say, there's a couple of machines that help you cut stencils out. There's a Cricut and a Silhouette. You know, which one do you prefer? You know, Cricut or Silhouette? And you can actually download a picture off Google, put it into your Collage app, post the picture, and just have people interact on there and build relationships that way. So this way, you're really being genuine. You know, we're in network marketing. We're supposed to be networking. We're supposed to be building relationships, and why not do it genuinely?
I have a question.
Okay.
When you're like, okay, because like I'm searching and then I'm going to groups or whatever, do you like look at how many members are in that and go for the one that has the most members?
I do.
Okay, so do I.
So Matt, do you want to
I
add
didn't know if that was
anything?
logical thinking or not.
Do you want to add anything to, because Matt's actually been doing this often.
I guess, yeah. Can you show them? No?
And I try and see if there's a third or distributors in there that I don't go join.
I guess I can share one. I like to watch NFL football. I'll watch any game, but my favorite team is the Panthers. And my favorite player is Cam Newton. And the Panthers have different style jerseys. So I went to a Carolina Panthers page, and I put 4 different kinds of uniforms and numbered them 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I just said, well, which uniform do you like best? And I got 1,200 comments.
Wow. But then they notice you and recognize you on the page now.
Yeah.
It's like they're like
messaging them.
So of which I say, well, which did you like about jersey number 2? And they'll say, oh, and it's silver and it's blue and it's really cool. Whatever, just small talk.
right.
And so, you know, it goes back and forth. You shoot them you send them a friend request, and 90% of the time they accept the friend request. And now you're just liking their stuff. They're liking yours. And sometimes I suggest friends who, Alicia, if they're female.
Yeah, I've been getting friend requests like the last few days of people friending me from the method that he's doing.
What are you doing? How are you sending them her way?
Suggest friends. You can't do it from the phone. You have to do it from the computer. And
I don't know if I know how to do that.
so yeah, just find a group like cooking, fishing, just things that you like that you would have in common with other people. Woodworking. Just find those groups and go to the groups.
Running, if you're a runner, you could take a picture of like some Nike, some Asics, some New Balance, whatever, and say which brand do you prefer and what. And then when they post, you can say why, ask them why they prefer it.
It's not hard work to do all that. It's time consuming, but it's not hard. You just want to spark someone's interest.
Get that seed planted, you know, and then water that seed by your posting.
And also with all those posts, you got to be genuine. You know, I mean, yeah, it's going to be, I don't want to say superficial when you first start, but, you know, you're just getting to know them, they're getting to know you, but as the message is coming in with the same person back and forth, you need to make it more personal, not just it's another number. That's, you know, what they've always preached is, you know, you're here to make friends. So be friendly, be a friend on there.
Yep. And I definitely like to keep in mind, like, if somebody friend requested me and then immediately sent me a message asking me to buy something of theirs or whatever,
Right.
like, that's a huge turnoff to me, you know? So I don't do that to people. Like, you know, mark them as see first, interact them with a little bit, find out if it's somebody that you would like to work with, and
Mark them as what?
see first.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
I was just telling Matt, this is what we were over here talking about. I got,
When we were being rude.
yeah. I sent a message to a lady who I found in a group, just sent her a message, asking her a question, and she replied back like 5 hours later. I think I sent it to her like around 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and she didn't reply back till 10 o'clock at night. But then the conversation went until about 1:30 in the morning. So, because she sent a response, and all my questions were open-ended questions to where she had to respond. It wasn't just you leave a comment and leave it there, hope that they respond. It was always, I finish it off with another question. And it went from what the group was about to her going to nursing school, to her having 2 kids, to her having a spouse who works full-time, to her used to be a part of It Works, and no longer is a part of It Works. But she's going to the gym because she's trying to get her body back. She wants to get back into It Works. And I mean, it just kept going down a rabbit hole and kept going until it was, hey, it's 1:30 in the morning. I got to go to sleep. I got work. I got a family. And then first thing, like 8 o'clock next morning, picked up that conversation again. So, and it continued on to the next day, and that was that. And it wasn't until like later on the next day that that I sent the friend request and she accepted it, you know, and she was one who, I sent it at first and she didn't reply, and then we started messaging. And so I waited like a couple days, and then I sent it again, and that's when she did it, because I built that rapport with her. I found out if you just put that friend request in, more than likely they're gonna be like, who's this creep?
And it's cool that you can actually message people now and they get a notification that they have a message. Like before, just go to your others folder and you'd miss it.
Lose it.
Yeah.
And the question is, when you do go for the clothes, never ever ask them to buy something. Like we had Chad Kneller and one of his distributors, Brooke, was on the call. And when you go for the clothes, it's, would you like to know when the time is right? Would you like to know how to make money working online like I do?
Are you available Thursday night for an opportunity Zoom?
And most of the time, if you have rapport with them, they would at least take a look. You know, never ask them to buy anything.
So I have a kind of a little story. So Melissa Martin actually added me to a group called Curly Girls. And I'm trying to embrace my curls and grow healthy hair again and all that kind of good stuff. So anyway, like I totally fell in love with the page. Like I feel like it got me excited, like being able to interact with these women and learn about my hair. Like there's all sorts of different things. There's protein in your hair. There's, I don't know, just all sorts of crazy stuff. Porosity.
You wear at night?
Yeah,
Can I show them the picture?
Is it a bonnet?
It's my grandmother's old babushka, which is kind of
awful.
like a.
It's awful.
It's sexy.
Oh my gosh.
I love it.
Birth control? Is that what you're saying? Birth control?
Most black girls sleep like this.
Right? So nothing new. Well, it's new to us. So
That's what she would every night. Yeah, her hair up like this in a movie in Puerto Rico. Remember that?
really?
Is
So
that
she
what
said
I've been missing all these years? But all the cruises and the hot.
Yeah. Well,
messes
I think we don't know how to do our hair, so
No.
we blow dry the crap
Yeah.
out of it and straighten it and all that because we're not taking care of it.
funny.
So anyway, so I introduced myself to this page a while back. I posted like a whole collage of me attempting curly hair and straightening my hair and all this kind of stuff. And I put in the collage like a little picture of me of a before and after when I started the hair, skin, and nails. And a lady commented and said, "Oh, what are you taking?" And So that was like an open door for me to communicate with her. So anyway, we're friends on Facebook now, and she's like the coolest chick. Like, she's got 3 boys. They're all in baseball. She posts things like we have so much in common. Like, we just go back and forth and chat messages. Like, she's not ready to order yet, and that's fine, whatever. But she's like one of those people where if she was like local, we'd probably hang out. So, I mean, that's the kind of like, that's kind of what you want, you know, when you're doing this. But my funny story is somebody had asked what vitamin everybody takes. Okay. So I'm like, okay, open door. And I read all the files and stuff, but I probably just purposely skip over the part where it says don't advertise MLMs, blah, 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 you know.
But you're not, you're answering a question.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm thinking, you know, they're asking, it's an open door for me. It's not like I'm posting like, hey, buy my vitamin, you know, like these people are posting tons of products that you can get at Ulta, the dollar store, Target, all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, why wouldn't I share something that I have that's really good? But so anyway, I commented a picture of me holding hair, skin, and nails, a before and after photo, and then a comparison of store-bought ones. Like, I posted it, and I'm like, okay, we'll see what that does. Well, a little while later, I'm like, I'm not getting any notifications. So I'm like, what the heck? They blocked me from the page. They kicked me out and blocked me, and I literally cried. I literally cried because I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, so anyway, like Matt was here because he's all the time. I went in the bedroom and I cried, and I'm like, okay, whatever. So I had messaged a moderator a while back, so I found her in my messages, and I'm like, hey, like, I really love this group, and I'm sorry if I wasn't supposed to do that. Like, would you consider adding me back if I promise not to advertise? And she's like, well, I'll talk to admin, and they added me back. So like,
that's good.
Yeah, I mean, this like.
So next time, just say, hair, skin, and nails.
Yeah, well, they said
don't say like.
Yeah, they said you're allowed to post what you use, and if people want it, they can search out their own distributor. So whatever, you know. But I really like the group, and it's a good way for me to meet new people. You know, so. I know, like the transformations of these women that didn't know how to do their curly hair to, you know, using this method and doing it now is like, it's pretty fun. So anyway.
Funny.
Okay.
Don't.
Oh wait, what's going on over here?
Just let my curls go.
Do you have curly hair?
I have curly hair too.
Yeah. Well, Eli tells me, Mom, I don't like your hair like that. Can you straighten it? And I'm like, Eli,
I love your hair like that.
this is like a transition. You know what I mean? Like, I'm growing it out again, and once it's long, then I'll be happy with it. But anyway. All right. Corinne saying something.
I think Corinne answered their question.
Okay.
Little something with that.
Okay, so I pretty much went over all my notes. So do you guys, I mean, I said from 7 to 9, if you guys want to hang out till 9 and we can do this work together. I don't really have anything else to say right now.
Can you?
Anybody on this Zoom want to pipe in? Anybody have any questions or any ideas or thoughts or anything?
Can you go to the team page real quick? You have an announcement to make.
You do?
Manitoba.
There is. Scroll down.
No, that's not Michigan, is it?
No.
If you have any guys in your organization,
Nice.
our chief sales officer.
Very nice.
Join us.
That's awesome.
He's gonna be here
Good
for
job,
the
Matt.
mission on the 4th, and then out on the 16th.
Sweet. How come you cut
Are
me
you
out
on
of the
IM
picture?
Yeah, you're on it.
You're not in it?
Trust me, it's fine.
I do have one thing that I want to say, and it's basically about this business and leadership. You know, when I first started, I had no idea what I was getting into. And Stephanie Dunn gave me a book at my first green carpet. It was by John Maxwell. It's called 5 Levels of Leadership. And I looked at it and I laughed and I put it on the shelf. But when I flew to Arizona to help a teammate out there, and I decided to take it with me to read on the plane. And when I was reading on the plane, I was blown away. I was like, whoa, this is so cool. And in this business, we have to grow as a leader because we need people to follow us. And he goes over the 5 levels of leadership, like how you start out with people, and then the next tier with people, and the next, and the next. And it's just really good. Anything by John Maxwell is good. There's, what are they called? Like 21 Laws of Leadership. Qualities of a leader. Yeah, 21 irrefutable qualities of a leader, and stuff like that. So like we really just have to become somebody that other people would want to follow. So I don't know. I just think that's important to make sure that, you know, our team page is called I Am a 10, and it is like our last name kind of, but also in something of John Maxwell's that I read was to look at every single person you come in contact as if they had a 10 on their forehead. You know, like they're a quality person and you want to treat them that way. And so that's why our team page is I Am a 10. So,
It is your name.
yep, I am, and it's spelled I am. So, yeah, anyway, if you get that book, 5 Levels of Leadership, and maybe even just start from there. And I can only share that because that was my experience with it. So, John Maxwell. And if you actually go, like, Google John Maxwell, he has a website, and you can actually sign up for, it's called Minute with Maxwell. You can sign up for it, and every single day you get, like, a video in your email of him, like, sharing something on a certain topic. And he's really good.
Sometimes I've shared those Minute with Maxwell on my page as a post, and I'll tie it into how it affects me.
Right.
You know, it's wonderful mental.
Right. Good. Okay, so do you guys want to hang out for a little while and do a little work session, like kind of tackle some of the stuff that we learned? Okay.
Yeah, I gotta work on just now. I don't have a hobby. I guess I need to find one.
I'm going to end the recording here, but if you guys want to stay on for a minute and maybe do a work session with us, feel free.